Hello guys, in my last video I told you all that in next video I'll introduce an EDA which will be for kids. So young kids will also be able to design their own circuits, okay? With simple circuits, but they will also be powered circuits. So let's begin and let's see what we can do in that EDA. That EDA is a browser based EDA. So open up your browsers, doesn't matter which one it is. In my case, I'll be using Google Chrome. After opening Google Chrome, search Tinker CAD. Tinker CAD in browser. Okay, here is the link. You can also see the link www.tinkercad.com. Open it up. Now, after opening it, firstly you'll see CAD design software. Okay, 3D designing here, because you can also design 3D models in it. But in our case, we will be using it as EDA. Okay, so click on circuits, create new circuits. As you can see, our EDA is ready. So here are all the components which you need, all the basic components. Just like here, I'm gonna design a circuit, a simple circuit, and LED circuit. So for that I'll need an LED. So here is the LED. I'll need a 9-volt batteries also, 9-volt battery. Here it is. Simply place it. Now as we got our battery, now we'll need a resistor, as we did in Proteus. We had a library there. We also have a library here, but it's quite childish. Okay, so not photoresistor, I'll be using a simple resistor. You can also use a photoresistor. For those who don't know what is a photoresistor, which is dependent on the light around it. Let's see. Now as we can see that this battery is not glowing. Okay, the reason is I have connected it wrong. Okay, we have to connect anode to the red terminal, which is mostly positive terminal, and cathode to the negative one. Now I'm gonna rewire it up. Okay, delete previous wires, move it here. Negative to cathode, positive to anode. So, and now let me explain that why it happens. Actually, as we all know that what is the full form of LED? LED is a diode. The full form of LED is light emitting diode. So as it is a diode, and we know that diode only allow electricity to pass from one point to another. And I have explained that how to use diodes in a previous video briefly. So let's simulate this circuit and see what happens. See, LED glows. It's quite childish. You can see that we are not getting that much information because it's made for children. Okay. There are many components. We can use different kind of resistor, as there are 3 kinds of resistor in this EDA: potentiometer and a photoresistor, and a simple one. So let's add a potentiometer in it. To use potentiometer, we have to connect the middle wire to the positive one and this wire to the negative one. Now see what happens. Our potentiometer was adjusted on 0. It means 0 resistance. And 9-volt battery is so dangerous for our 3-volt LED. In order to prevent our LED, we have to increase the resistance. Start the simulation. We can see that our LED is not glowing that much high. It's glowing, but not that much good. Now, if they want to know that which resistance is perfect for our LED, then they can just rotate this knob and they'll get to know. When it will enter in the danger zone, then this icon will be shown, and if they'll if they'll keep their cursor on it for a while, then they'll get to know that current through the LED is 33.7 milliampere, while the recommended maximum is 20 milliampere. The usable lifetime of the LED may be reduced. Okay, so it indicates us if we use resistance lower than the value we have right now, then our LED will be damaged. Now, as we have demonstrated potentiometer, let's demonstrate another one. I'll be using a photoresistor now. And keep in mind that resistors don't have polarity. You can use any pin as an anode and any pin as a cathode. Now, play the simulation and let's see what happens. See what's happening. Our LED is glowing but not that much. Why? Because, as I told you, the resistance of this LDR depends upon light. As light increases, resistance decreases. As we have demonstrated all the resistors, now let's demonstrate our PIR sensor circuit. Here we have PIR sensor circuit. Let me zoom out. Delete all the things we have select and delete. Now let's simulate this. Actually, this circuit is pre-made. There are so many pre-made circuits in Tinker CAD. Start simulation. See what happens. Now, but for those who don't know, PIR sensor is a sensor which detects motion of a living object by using radiations which a living body emits. See, when I move this, PIR sensor activates. Okay, but when it stops moving, then it stops glowing. It means it's simulating in a perfect way. And as it is meant for children, if any child use this, then he can get to know that how to use PIR sensor. So you can tell your child that how can you use this Tinker CAD to enhance your electric circuit designing. There are several other circuits also. Cancel it. Now let's see how many circuits are there. See, we can also use ultrasonic sensors. We can also use piezo, which is a buzzer. We can use this multimeter also. Now, as you can see that we have very few circuit components here. If you want some advanced ones, then you can click here, all. Now you will see all the components which we use in daily life in circuit designing. If you want some specialized components, just like for Arduino, just click Arduino and you get all the things which you need to use Arduino. See, see how easy it is to use this EDA. We can't only use some basic things, but we also have some complicated ICs also. Here is an operation amplifier and a 555 timer IC, which is mostly used for beginners. In the last of the video, if you got to know anything and if it helped you in any ways, then please like and subscribe my channel because it deserves it if it helped you in any ways.